Mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Washington Commanders. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. At their own 15-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. There he goes left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 33 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
11 more on that one, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork, right?
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Vikings 7, Commanders 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing on first down, Daniels. That's into the hands of Eckler. Down the left sideline. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. He Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. Also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second down, another shot for Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or not.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigating the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming up, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
An inside give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week up. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Reed. Go, Reed, go. Ready.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
At the 24-yard line.
Warrior 70. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This is taken around the 12. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
On the set.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on second down. Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards. Better than 20 here. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Back to throw. Daniels. And he's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Eckler, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And just shutting him off there. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Off the play fake. McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Up the middle, Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now 2nd and 5. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career gain.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
On 4th down, McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
19 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready,
looking to throw. Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. McCarthy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by McManus is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On the option, here's Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards there for number 15.
Come 19. Come 19. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 24.
Commanders 38, Vikings 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Big strides, look at him go. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Drops this underneath for Chandler. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
On 3rd down, Daniels. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A give, Eckler running to the right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Trap 60.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the jump. Ready.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Eckler now between the tackles. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Amari Barno getting there to make the stop. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. It's Eckler again. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. From 19 yards away. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off play action. McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball at the 33, second and 9.
70, Hawk 70.
Once more, here's Eckler. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cowboy 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16.
Come on, come on. Set. Ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McCarthy. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
79 Broncos.
Off play action. McCarthy. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. McCarthy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So a victory here for the Commanders. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate.